Kaitlyn Braun tricked more than 50 birth workers into thinking she was pregnant. Why? Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we have a truly mind-boggling story that will leave you questioning everything you know about trust and deception. We're diving into the astonishing case of Kaitlyn Braun, a woman who tricked more than 50 birth workers into thinking she was pregnant. That's right, folks. This is a story you won't believe until you hear all the details. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's unravel this wild tale together. Section 1. Background. To understand the full scope of Kaitlyn Braun's deception, we need to start from the beginning. Who is Kaitlyn Braun? Born and raised in Brantford, Ontario, Kaitlyn seemed like any other ordinary person. She attended local schools and was known to be a quiet and reserved individual. After high school, she pursued a degree in social work, which she completed at a nearby university. Kaitlyn's childhood was relatively uneventful, but things began to change after she got married. She and her husband, whose identity remains private, settled in Brantford. It was during this time that Kaitlyn began fabricating stories of traumatic pregnancies and births. What drove her to start this web of lies? Was it attention, a psychological disorder, or something even more sinister? Let's explore. Section 2. The deception. Kaitlyn's deception was nothing short of elaborate. She managed to convince over 50 birth workers, doulas, midwives, and other professionals that she was pregnant. How did she do it? Let's hear from some of the people who were directly involved. Birth worker 1. She had all the right documents, the right terminology. She knew exactly what to say to make it all seem real. I remember feeling so connected to her story. She shared intimate details about her supposed pregnancy journey, and it all felt so genuine. Birth worker 3. She even went as far as showing us ultrasound images. They looked so real. I had no reason to doubt her. Kaitlyn used a variety of techniques to make her fake pregnancies believable. She forged medical documents, staged photos, and even went as far as wearing prosthetics. But why? Let's hear from a psychologist who has studied her case. Psychologist. Kaitlyn exhibited behaviors consistent with a condition known as Munchausen syndrome, where a person repeatedly acts as if they have a physical or mental illness when they are not really sick. Section 3. The impact. The emotional toll on the birth workers who were deceived by Kaitlyn was immense. Imagine dedicating your time, energy, and emotions to supporting someone through what you believe is a genuine pregnancy, only to find out it was all a lie. Birth worker 4. I felt so betrayed. I had invested so much of myself into her story, only to find out it was all fake. Birth worker 5. It wasn't just the time and effort, it was the emotional connection. I genuinely cared for her and her supposed baby. Birth worker 6. Finding out the truth was devastating. It made me question my own judgment and the trust I place in my clients. The legal consequences for Kaitlyn were significant. She faced charges of harassment and fraudulently seeking the services of numerous doulas. Ultimately, she was sentenced to house arrest. Section 4. Broader implications. This case raises important questions about trust in healthcare. How do we balance compassion and care with the need for verification and truth? Kaitlyn's actions have undoubtedly shaken the trust between patients and healthcare providers. Healthcare professional. This case has made us more cautious. We now have stricter protocols for verifying patient information, but it also means that genuine patients might face more scrutiny. Kaitlyn's case isn't the only one of its kind. There have been other instances where individuals have deceived healthcare workers. Let's take a look at some similar cases. One notable case is that of Belle Gibson, an Australian wellness blogger who falsely claimed to have cured her terminal brain cancer through natural remedies. She deceived thousands of followers and even published a book before her lies were exposed. Another case is that of Anna Sorokin, also known as Anna Delvey, who posed as a wealthy socialite in New York City. She scammed her way into high society, defrauding hotels, banks, and friends. Then there's the case of Elizabeth Holmes, the founder of Theranos. She misled investors and patients about the capabilities of her company's blood testing technology, leading to a massive scandal. Section 5. Why did she do it? So why did Kaitlyn Braun do it? What drove her to deceive so many people? According to experts, Kaitlyn had a fetish for tricking healthcare workers. She derived a sense of satisfaction and control from manipulating these professionals and creating elaborate stories. Psychologists suggest that her actions may be linked to a condition known as Munchausen syndrome. Individuals with this disorder feign illness or trauma to gain attention and sympathy. Kaitlyn's case is particularly complex. She repeatedly fabricated traumatic scenarios, including rape and stillbirths, to elicit emotional responses from her victims. Conclusion. So, what can we learn from Kaitlyn Braun's story? It's a cautionary tale about the lengths some people will go to deceive others and the profound impact it can have on those who dedicate their lives to helping others. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into one of the most bizarre cases of deception we've ever encountered. If you found this video intriguing, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.